Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I changed up the scenery a little bit today. I'm filming in my bedroom. Hope maybe it's like a little bit brighter. I don't know. My apartment doesn't have that much light, so until I get a standard like light, lighting kind of system, I just kind of go with whatever natural light is here. So if it looks a little bit different, that's where I am. You can see all my like makeup collection back here, and I have like skincare. It's just, it's just everywhere. So this video is going to be my May beauty favorites. I'm like, what month are we in? I have no idea. And I just got back from running errands and the park and stuff, and so I had a hat on because it's just easier for me. And so I decided to keep it on for the video because I'm not wearing any foundation like on my forehead because it gets on the hat. And I was like, I have to do my makeup, and then I've got hat hair, so I was like, I'll just film with my hat on. All right, so let's get started on my May beauty favorites. I have a whole mix of some skincare, some beauty, or some makeup, and some fragrance. So let's get started with the first item. Oh, and some hair stuff. I never really talk about hair stuff because I don't really find too many hair products that I love, but this line, the Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil line. So this line is absolutely fantastic. I have their Invisible Oil Primer, which I use pretty much every morning when I get ready. It just helps. I have naturally like really curly hair. I mean, this is like, all this is, I didn't curl that. Like that's just from living. I could just go outside and that's what happens after I blow it straight. So I like to use the primer every morning because it just helps to give me like a light smoothing effect. It's not heavy, it's not greasy because I have very oily hair. And it's just such a challenge to find stuff that doesn't weigh it down. But on the days that I need a little bit extra frizz-wise and just smoothing out a little bit once my hair is almost all the way dry, I've been using the Invisible Oil, which I absolutely adore. So lightweight. I mean, this line, there's been like, the reviews are like crazy for this line, and for good reason. So, all right, next is a makeup product that I've been loving this month, and it's the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. Oh, so pretty. I mean, look at that. Hello. Gorgeous. So they're all matte shades, and she did like a contour palette, did she? I don't remember. I don't have it, but I think she did like a contour palette for the face. But it's all matte shades, and they're just all kind of like varying forms of like browns and kind of some warm browns and then some like grayish browns, and these are very kind of neutral. I love it, first of all, because it's matte. Really easy, like the colors are very pigmented, but not to the point where it's too much or too little. It just falls like right in the middle. And I like that. I use this palette when I want to create more of a substantially done up eye. What I mean by that is like, I have a lot of colors that I use just like throw on the lid and just run out the door. My Gucci Solo Eyeshadow in Starlight is one of those. But when I want to do like a lid color, a crease, a liner, I need colors that kind of complement one another but are good for the different, contouring. So this palette is perfect for that because I can use like this for the lid and this for the crease and this for the liner. I mean, it's kind of like all in one. Pretty much it is. I mean, it's like, lid, like crease, liner, highlight. I don't like to do too much of a highlight, but there's just so many great different options. So highly recommend that. And next is, all right, let's talk about skincare. I've actually talked about this product before, but I have another one and I'm loving it again. So I felt the need to like talk about it again in a video. And it is the Bacel Cool Eyes, and it's a eye cream. But it has like a little roller ball at the top. So it's fantastic for like soothing, depuffing, hydrating, and because it has that little roller ball, it helps. You can use it to like massage the under eye area, especially in the morning. I love this, especially in the morning, because I have a really hard time sleeping and my eyes get really puffy and that sort of thing. So something like this really comes in handy. It also helps target dark circles. I don't really struggle too much with dark circles, so I see more of the puffiness and the soothing, cooling, hydrating effect. But really love this. You can pick it up, I think it's Space NK, and it has like a little pump so it comes out the top. Love it. But I've already talked about it, but I had to bring it up again because I'm loving it again. All right, a body cream this month is the African Botanics Marula Botanical Body Cream. And first of all, this stuff is insanely rich and like luxurious, which is kind of rare for me to kind of like something like that as the weather starts to get warmer. But the texture is just so enveloped, like it just feels like it envelops my legs. And it's what I like about this body cream is it's not just kind of like, oh, it just hydrates, but it's actually helped like the tone and look of my skin. So it, I mean, literally helps with like boost epidermal regeneration, restores suppleness and elasticity, nourishes, softens, omega nutrient rich formula. I mean, it's got everything in it. It has the marula oil that they're famous for at the African Botanics line. And I like to use it actually when I get out of the shower damp on my skin. So typically, sometimes I like to use most body lotions. Body oils I like to use damp all the time. But body lotions I like my skin to be a little bit dry. But I love the way this is when my skin is slightly damp. Just absolutely love the way that my skin has been looking using that stuff. But I only need a little bit because it is quite rich. But not annoyingly rich where I can't use it in the warmer weather, which I like. All right. A fragrance. Oh, I love this stuff. So this is the Atelier Cologne Pomelo Paradis, I think. I have got the small size, you can see here. Okay, first of all, I love Atelier Cologne. I have their, it's over there, I can't remember, the Carmel Sental Carmen or something. It's like a really rich scent, but this is like, completely smells like oranges, but like not an annoying, it's so citrusy and so fresh. It's absolutely unbelievable. And the thing I love about Atelier Cologne is the notes in it are so pure. Like the scents, like if they use like a citrus scent, it's not like an annoyingly fruity citrus scent that some fragrances may do. It's so fresh and pure that it smells like the real thing, and it just works so well with my body chemistry, and I just find, it's so good. It's a little bit of like a spiciness to it, not a warm spice, but kind of like a peppery spice mixed with a real citrusy orange scent. I don't have the notes. You guys know I never bring the notes. Sorry, I have to look that one up. All I know is I've absolutely been obsessed with this fragrance, and it's a great summer fragrance. All right, moving on to skincare again. So I only have like samples, because I've been trying some samples of this line, but I mean, I try samples of stuff all the time, and I don't always like to feature it. But when I like really love something and I just have a sample size, I'm like, I have to talk about it anyway. So it's from the Mila Morrissey line, and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with her skincare line. She is a facialist out in Los Angeles. She's a pretty famous facialist, and she's known for doing like all these fancy celebrities, and she has this really, high-end facial clinic out there, and then she created her own skincare line. It's now sold at Barney's, and they just launched at Space NK, and it is a very high-priced, more of a luxury line. Not, crazy off the charts, but it is definitely more of a luxury line. But I've been using her pH balancing toner, which I absolutely love. It has lactic acid in it, so it gives like a nice light exfoliation, but it's so mild and so, just very gentle that I've just been loving as my first kind of tone. And then I just kind of spritz with, actually I have the one I've been spritzing with recently, my second kind of hydrating toner that I like to use. But I really like it for those of you that like exfoliating toners, which I do, I think a lot of us do. This is a really good one to try. It's the pH balancing toner. And I find that sometimes with exfoliating toners can make my skin a little bit oily, but that does not. There's only a few that really do that, so most of them are helped to really balance it. But this I don't find, it makes me actually more balanced, as it says. And then this product, I only have like a little sample size. I have like a few of them though. And the refining lotion, wow. So it's like a serum that I use after my toning cleanse, tone, and then I apply this, and it's like a slight peel. It's exfoliating lotion. It says like it says refines the skin. I use it only like once a week, but I love the results. Like I wake up the next morning, I put that, and I put my whatever moisturizer I'm using over top. Typically like a hydrating moisturizer, so I don't want to really like double up on the exfoliation. But I wake up the next morning and my skin is smooth. It literally feels like it has like no texture. and it just is glowing. I just am completely blown away by this stuff. And what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Don't you hate that? Especially when you're filming a video and you lose your train of thought. Oh, but I definitely, now that summertime is coming, I probably will use this less and less, probably like once a month or so, especially because you're out in the sun all the time. When you're using a lot of exfoliating products, you really have to be careful because your skin obviously is exfoliated and it can be more susceptible to, getting sunburnt or whatever. So obviously you guys, I'm sure, are all wearing SPF, but I tend to go a little bit lighter on exfoliating products in the summer just because I'm out in the sun more and I could be more susceptible to, I'm exfoliating away all of the, uneven pigmentation that I have, and I don't want to go out in the sun and then get it all back again. So I'll probably go down to about once a month, but still, that stuff is, has to be my routine at this point. All right, this next product is something that I don't want to have to talk about, but we have to talk about it. Facial hair. We have to talk about it, ladies. It's a reality that many of us deal with. If not all of us, if you don't have facial hair, some type of peach fuzz, then you are a miracle. A miracle person. So I don't have I have some peach fuzz over here, which isn't that bothersome, but I definitely get upper lip hair. It's not like a full mustache, but it's there. So I heard about the Bliss Fuzz Off, and I was kind of I don't know. I used to thread here, but it would really make my skin irritated and red and break out and stuff like that. So I was I gotta try something else. So I tried this and I love it. It does such a good job of removing my upper lip fuzz mustache. And so how I apply it is I apply a very thick layer. This is kind of looks kind of dirty. I guess maybe it turns a little bit color or whatever. That the applicator is it comes out, it's a thin kind of plasticky applicator. So I apply a thick layer all over where I need it. I leave it on for no more than 3 minutes, maybe 3.5 minutes. But I literally time it because if I leave it on too long, it will burn my skin. And then I use the kind of, there's a bumpy side to the applicator, and I use that to literally scrape up and pull off all of the cream that's on my lip. And with that, it begins to take away the hair, and the hair comes with it. I found this stuff to be absolutely amazing. And this is just for the facial hair. They have one, I think, for the bikini line or whatever, but I use laser, so that's not a problem, but I don't use laser on my face. So I really love that stuff. If you're looking for something to help with your facial hair that you don't have, give that a try. And okay, so next is another skincare product, and I had to include this because, I've tried a bunch of those lip serums and lip enhancing serums and that sort of thing, and none really wow me, I'll be very honest with you. Here and there, maybe, but on the whole, I'm not too impressed. Until I tried this one from Lancer. It's the Volume Enhancing Lip Serum. Now, I will say, it didn't make my lips completely bubble, completely, different size. But it made them, the reason why I kept going back to using this, it makes my lips so insanely soft and smooth. It almost trumps any type of lip balm I currently have. I feel almost there's a slight exfoliation to it because when I put it on and then once it comes off, my lips are softer than they are ever when I use lip balm. So, they do, because they're not as dry looking, obviously they look maybe a little bit fuller. Either way, I didn't kind of buy into the whole trend, and still I started using this, and I'm now using it every day at this point. I use it at night, and I use it in the morning before I get ready and put my lipstick on. But I just really fell in love with this stuff. And I've had it, full disclosure, I've had it sitting on my skincare cabinet for months. I'm talking 6 months at least. And I was I'll eventually get around to trying it eventually. And then I try it and I'm whoa, why have I been using it earlier? So, whatever. All right, next is that face mist I was talking about that I've been using frequently that I've really been enjoying. And it is the Bobbi Brown face mist. This is a new launch, I believe, yes. And it has chamomile, green tea, cucumber extracts. I love it because it's the most soothing and hydrating mist ever. especially with that like chamomile and the green tea. Oh. And I like it because it comes out in a really fine mist. And that's really important when you buy a face mist. How intensely it comes out, so that it doesn't like squirt on your face or completely drench your face. That's really important. So this comes like a very fine, delicate mist, which I like. I like using it on my skincare step rather than like to set my makeup or whatever. I can use it like maybe towards the end of the day if I need just like if I'm really feeling dry, I need like a pick me up. But I don't like to use it too much as like a setting spray. But for a hydrating spray or like a second toning step, I've been using it nonstop. Especially, I like it because it helps to calm and soothe and hydrate my skin. Some of my misting toners really like wake up my skin and really seem to like give it like a little boost, like my Murad Essential C Toner. But this one really helps to like calm and soothe it. Any redness I have really tends to like go down a little bit after I use that. Okay, final one product is from Bobbi Brown, and it is it's like the duo, the face and body bronzing duo. So it's like a pink shade and then this like bronzy shade. I've been reaching for this literally almost every day simply because it has like that bronzer and it has like a pinky blush shade, which I love. So, and the bronzer is matte and the pinky blush shade is like a little shimmery, but it's just so like very finely milled. The bronzer, it looks a little on camera here. I don't know what it looks like, but it has like a nice, it's not too gray and it's not too brown. It has like a hint of warmth to it. So it does fall into a little bit more of a warmer bronzer rather than like a cooler bronzer that you could perhaps use as a contour. I find I like this better on my cheeks, something to warm them up. And then that pop of pink on the cheeks is like adorable. I just absolutely love that stuff. That's it. That's all I got. That is May in a nutshell, in a beauty nutshell. So many more things happened in May, but from a beauty perspective, those are my favorites. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to everyone soon. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.